Hello, guys. Ooh. Hello, Lapino. I'm good, bro. How are you? For a while. Let me just decrease the... There you go. I'm good. How are you guys? So we're gonna be doing some polls in a while. For Nikketa. Not sure up to where I'm gonna be ending. Getting her because gonna be free to play. What is this? I've been seeing this not this one. Oh, the chat. Okay. Haha. Hello, chat. Hello, platoon. If you guys have seen this, it's for the platoon. Okay. I was actually wondering what that was. We have a chat already. I've been getting messages. I actually thought to myself, what was this? It's the chat. Hey, it's the Doodle. Hey, hello. Is Nikketa deserving a poll? Yep, definitely, bro. There you go. So I'll leave the chat for a while. I'm gonna be pulling in a couple of minutes. Let's wait for a couple of people to come in. So we do have a lot of things. Check your inbox. I think Nikketa sent you something. I know, everybody's waiting for that. That will happen on the 17th. Haven't played for 2 weeks? Whoa. Not sure if I could do that. I have to grind though. Because... Hello, Jin! Campaign. This is lighting up again. I don't know why. We're gonna be summoning in a while, so keep yourselves what do you call this? Keep yourselves busy for a while. Yep, hands crossed, fingers crossed that it's gonna be okay. Yo, thanks, bro. This is just a sample trial. 50 polls. I'm actually 40 polls in from the last one. I was planning to get a second Yuhi early, but didn't happen. So I'm already 40 polls in, but I'm not guaranteed. So hopefully I do, you know. Hey, it's a GFL2 stream. It is. It is. We're gonna be doing GFL2 today. Tomorrow, gonna be going back to Mekarashi, as well as Saturday. Oh, morning, Haika. Then on Sunday, we go back to GFL2 for Gunsmoke. So 4 days of streaming. Let's wait for going for V6 Yuhi. I'm actually still thinking about it. Kind of stop playing GFL2 for Mekarashi. I can't. I still love this game though. Not the devs, the game. So I still, I'm still here. It's for the love of the game that's keeping me here. 23rd poll, I'll get it. Really? That would be nice. So we are 17. The 17th, by the way, is on a Sunday. So I expect an update Monday to Friday. They should have an update. What do you mean level 41? 41 here or 41 in Mekarashi? So we have a couple of new games to cover in the channel. I'll be covering Kaiju 8. Just testing it out. Nothing serious with that game. The publisher is questionable because the publisher was the one who published Tribe 9. So don't want to go all in on that game. I'm just gonna be, seeing how it goes. And that's on the last day of August. Then on October 15, we're gonna be doing CZN or Chaos Zero Nightmare. I'm also waiting for Enfield, but it's I'm thinking about Enfield happening probably next year. I do hope those games come around this year. That would be a good year ender for for a lot of people. So let me just finish this and we'll do some summons as soon as this is done. I know, we're expecting a lot. Not that one. Hey Warden, I have a question. I lost 50 in the last banner character, so will I be guaranteed the next character? Yep, you'll be guaranteed here in Girls Frontline 2. So if you lose the 50-50 now, the guarantee carries over to the next banner. Okay, ready for summons, guys? We do have I'm not tapping into Silver Palace Enfield. I'm also waiting for Enfield. I'm gonna look into Silver Palace as well. So, okay, first 10 pulls here. Here we go. Wish me luck. And there you go. I hope I get her here. First 10. I'd like to get her at V1 if I can. Nikketa, I mean. I'd like to get her at V1. That small, that small upgrade will do for me. Not at V3. Okay, this is 20 in, but we're already at access 30, so there you go. 20 and somebody arrived. Let us see who this is. Please be it. Hello, 33 caps. I'm holding my breath. Sorry. Is this it? Yes. Yes, must pull. Si Nikketa. Hello, Blitz. Okay. Okay, more pulls. I want to take her to at least V1. V1. Oh! Is this her again? Oh, it's Nagant. It's Nagant. So the next one is guarantee. What do you mean dev mode? I don't have dev mode. Okay, Nagant. At least early. Yep, it's early. Still have more. I do love this game. It's you know, it's everything else that I don't like. Okay, 71. Let's move another one. Okay, I thought that was it. No space as of the moment. I'm still full. I'll see if I could, you know, if there is inactivity after this Gunsmoke, then I'll probably, you know, kick some people out. Okay, V1. Oh my god. V1, V1. Do you still keep your Doritos or already... No, I still have 2,000 plus Doritos with me. Let's check my Doritos while we're here. I already have paused GFL2 and planning to stop. Yeah, no problem, bro. Again, when we're playing games, the important thing is we're enjoying what we're playing. So that's very important. Go with, you know, where your heart is leading you to. So I still have 2.5 from the previous one. Already out. Okay, so let's continue with the pulls. Yes, you have Doritos. Oh, there you go. 5,000. Nice. Second one is taking a while. The game probably heard me. See, it's taking a while. Okay. None. We are down to 31, and that is 12:45. Let's just convert this. Let's see, 10. Max of 8. So at least I need 2 from... I'm dipping into my Dorito. I'm gonna take her to V1 at least. Let's get to... I'm actually starting to save these, the Doritos. So, sorry for being too, what do you call this? Oh my god, still none. I'm planning to use Macchiato's weapon. I have an extra one. I have an extra one lying around. What? You got Vepli twice? So you lost twice already? Okay, getting 10 more. I think this is it. This is it. This is enough. Let's get 10 more for another 10 pull. At least. The rest I'll have to save. See, there you go. Please give me 2. Please give me 2. Please, please, please give me 2 copies. I need 2 Nikketas, please. Okay, here is the first one. She is fast. One more, please. One more. I thought it was. I thought it was it. Nah. Doubtful, yeah. Doubtful. It's actually tempting if I pull for Yuhi, but no. No, 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 please, no, don't. I already have Yuhi at V4. So, probably another rerun. In another rerun, I would, what do you call this? I would get her. Luki, I am playing in Dark Winter, bro. Between Samusek and her signature one, which is actually better or just the same? They are saying that use Samusek. Samusek, then Bittersweet Caramel. Her weapon actually is going to be good, but with dupes, not with only one copy. So if you plan to go with only one copy, then more or less. Oh, this is a nice. Hey Dan, what's up, guys? How are your pulls? We're building Nikketa in a while, so I have Mosaic Nagant at the V4. I lost one 50-50. I won one. So I need 2 more copies of Mosin and she's at V6. 43 pulls, no pity. Here goes. Good luck, bro. Good luck. I'm passing on my luck to you. Decide to change server on Mikarashi? Why? Any news on the collab? For Mikarashi? No news yet on when. Just got V1 after V1 Faye and V0 Mosin Nagant. What is the pity system? You're new. Pity system is at pity is at 80. And a 50-50. But there's a soft pity, I think, after 30. Yeah, after 30 pulls. So that's for the character banner. The weapon banner is a 75-25, but this one is in 70 pulls, the pity. Much shorter. No luck? Oh yeah, plenty. Hi guys. The chat is up. I'm live. The chat is up. What? Didn't see my message there. Okay, there it is. So let's build Nikketa here. Sorry, just want to change portrait there. Okay. Time to build. So we do have Nikketa V1. 1 week player, should I wait for Springfield or Klukai or just roll for SSR character? Currently I have Mosin Nagant. Definitely you need a okay, if you're a new player, get Tololo, get Nikketa, this character. Then probably wait for Springfield's rerun. Tololo is in the standard banner. So, you know, you could actually save for Springfield, get her on the rerun, and get Nikketa on the rerun. Because most what do you call this? Most Bird team members are already out. If you want soft mod, do you need Yui? Haha. I'm not sure, bro. I'm really, really not sure. Soft mod isn't even out in CN. So, yeah, no problem. Okay, I'm just distracted here, sorry. Let's do a full train. I do hope so, because we're expecting a lot of characters that are fan favorites to come out. So if they are basically announcing, because they said after the meeting, you know, they won't announce anything up until the stream, the dev stream for CN. So if they're announcing it on the dev stream, they actually, I think, prepared a reply already. They prepared everything. So more or less, whether it's either gonna be so good or so bad, or you know, either it can be good or bad news. So I do hope that if it's the dev stream, because if they give us bad news live, that would be a very, very big problem. Really a big problem. Soft mod, damn, where's my AR-15? I do hope the compromise is enough. The compromise is I know the skin will stay, but the compromise should be enough. The only compromise that I see is giving out a lot of tickets. That's it. Not just, you know, not just a little bit, but a lot of tickets should be given out. So what? Hello, Alter Ghost. You lost twice? I actually lost once. Well, they're under NDA, right? So we may never know. I know, but again, if they announce, they should announce it. They're gonna be announcing it on a live stream. Was watching your updated teams video. Question: wanted to build a Hydro Freeze team. Tololo, Springfield, Maki. Yeah, sure. What's your question, bro? Let's enhance this to probably till the announcement. You suggested Nikketa and Yuhi. Besides them, do you mean Nikketa and Suomi? Yuhi, bro. Yuhi. Yuhi is a good buffer for non-physical teams up to V2. So I'd rather use Yuhi over Suomi, because you do have Springfield. You can actually mix and match. It doesn't really matter. It's not really a fixed team, depending on who you have. Again, that is why I have options there. I forgot if I put Suomi there. M16 is dead. Don't have attachments yet, sorry. So, attachments. Let's see. Crit damage. Not that one. Not that one. I do have an extra one. Yep, even if she's not Hydro Freeze. Yes. She's actually being used in an electric team. Yuhi. Plus, once we get her mod key, that solves the small problem that she has. So, trust me, bro. You're gonna like Yuhi. She can be a good support at V2, even for other elements. I'm looking for a good muzzle here. If Nikketa is V6, it's it bet. It still mentioned that it's better with either Nagant's weapon or Macchiato. Actually, the Macchiato's weapon is better. The only thing that Nikketa's signature weapon is going to be better if it has multiple copies. She dances very fast. No, not getting the outfit. Period. Until we get more news or more good news. Let's just equip this for the meantime. Okay, heard. So two hydro. Let's see if I can scrounge attachments here which are hydro. If I have some. Hydro boost. Yep, I know. That's a good option, by the way, because of the crit damage. Same as this weapon. But the ignore defense is actually... Ignore defense? This one has... Sorry. This one has... Sorry. Next active attack. Yep, ignore 10% of target's defense. So this is what, you know, it's good for. Hi Luki, I did before, but not anymore. Okay, sorry. Just distracted here. Let's get her equipped. Let's see what she has. Oh, this is nice. Equip. Oh, this is nice as well. Have to compromise with the last one. Crit rate, attack boost. This one is good. High crit rate. Okay, compromise. How is the battle pass sniper for Nikketa? Okay, I'll show you how. Battle pass sniper? No, don't use that. Don't use that. Use this one. Not the battle pass sniper. Ah, yes. This one is available in the neural integration in our Dorito shop. It's actually Mozin's gun. This is a very good gun. Face damage increased by 10, plus it has crit damage. This one is big. You need this. The crit damage 25%. So this one, the reason why this gun is good because of this one, the face damage and the 25%. And if you take a look at the, again, take a look at the other gun. Where is Nikketa? She's still here. If you take a look at Bittersweet Caramel, the only reason why this gun is good is because of the ignore 10% and the target's defense, plus the crit damage as well. That is why both guns actually outmatch her signature weapon at one copy. So that's the only reason. If you only, you know, are good with one copy. What do you mean is NA up to event? What's NA, bro? So let's open. What's NA? Warden after the game. I don't see her banner. What do you mean? This Nikketa's banner? It should be up. Yep. Auto turn damage also applies to Nikketa's counters. Correct. If you are in Dark Winter, it's not a time zone. If you're in Dark Winter, everybody gets the update simultaneously. There were a couple of. Did you finish the update? But are you in? If I'm sure you're in Dark Winter because How Play was updated in advance, if I can remember. Also check Reddit, just in case there is a sign-in problem. Ow, that hurts. But you're going for the guarantee, right? Stealing your dinner. Oh, same? No banner, no events? What the? Yep. Check Reddit. Check. I think I saw something there in terms of the update. Okay. Let me just check. I'll check with you guys. I'll check with you. There were posts I think that I saw before I entered. So where was for players who for whatever reason have switched servers after update, all of you report here. What? So please check if you have a server problem. So log in again, just log out and log in again. If you're on Dark Winter server, try to log in again. Once you click on that button, you'll be logged off. Automatically, you can know your login information before you do that. So make sure that you know your login information. Please log in and log out, guys. Try to re-log in, please. I actually hate for you guys to experience this at this point. Give a gift. Give a lot of chains. I can't covenant her, guys. I can't. Unless I do have something lying around. Let's see. Nah. Nah, I don't have. Sometimes I do when I log into my account, I actually revert to a default scene. What I do is I just re-log in again. What is her what's her common key on gifts? What do you mean common key on gifts? The gift that would give her much affinity? Is that what you mean? What do you mean? Did you see that right? I did exchange tickets. Quite a few. Only a few. Not that much. So she's gonna be up to 5 only. Hopefully, after everything is resolved, we go back to normal and everything will be fine. Oh, okay, sorry. The common key. Oh. Her common key. Wait. Wait up. Wait up. Where is Nikketa? Okay, common key is when this unit has a hydro buff, critical rate is increased to 10 by 10. So probably her or Tololo I would give. Free S-Mech on Mekarashi? What do you mean free S-Mech? You mean Blazer? Do I use Dorito for Samosek? If you don't have anything extra, I guess so. I guess so. You don't have any choice. That's the most free weapon that you could get. Oh, I haven't. I only spent energy so that it would not, it would regenerate while I'm playing this. You're ready for Voy Mastina? Sorry, where was I? I forgot to upgrade. Calibrate. Ooh, attack boost full. That's nice. Let's move to the next one. Nikketa banner works on PC. Mobile, it wasn't working. At least it's working on PC. Only 9%. Let's do another one. Hey, I remember I want to ask you a question too, Data, because we're in Mecha, and you said to re-ask when I catch you. It's about the journey log event in the rookie tab. Journey log event in the rookie tab. What's the question? Journey log event. It's not familiar anymore because it's a rookie tab. So what's the question, bro? What's the question? Okay, one more. Sorry. Okay, crit rate 10, attack boost 8. Kinda okay. So this one is crit rate 9, crit rate 11, crit rate 10. I think that's good enough for now. If you remember, you need to do some tasks and you get collapse pieces, but you have a second tab that says unlock with 1,200 premium currency for around 30 pulls. That's the voyage log, right? Not the journey log. I just want to make it clear. It's the voyage log. Voyage log or journey log? So this one, you're talking about this one, the purchase here. If you're talking about the event tab, okay. Event. Event tab. Where's the event tab? Not this one. Getting old. Event tab. This one? Okay, voyage logs. One beside no, not her skin, bro. Not this time. Beside commission. Oh, sorry. Here. Okay. I don't have it anymore. So that is why I can't see it. Because that's for a rookie tab, I think. That's for somebody who just started the game. I don't actually remember that. It has been what? Since December? That is probably the reason why. It's already gone because I already have it. So sorry. So I don't have it now. I wish I could help you, but I wish I could see what, you know, I wish I could see you could actually, okay. I'm gonna help you further. You can send it through Discord. You DM me now. Here's my Discord server. Send it here. Join the Discord. Send it to me. DM me, please. There you go. Screenshot it so that I may see it. I may show it here on screen. So send me screenshot, send me the file, DM it to me so that I may see it. And hopefully I can still answer you here online. Was curious if buying a skin counts as spending. I think any spend counts because, okay, when buying a skin, like for example this one, you mean this one? This currency here? The credit token? Yes, if the condition is spending 1 to 800, you must buy the skin using a credit token, not using the amount. So you have to use this one, the credit token here. You have to buy these. That is, I think, your question. You have to buy these. Then buy the skin. I hope that, that answers your question. Oh, thank you. At least I answered it. Okay, going back to Nikketa here. Where is she? She's gone. She's still down here? Okay, neural helix is... Oh, sorry, I forgot. So we need to equip her common key. Where is it? Okay. So that's it. Yep, it's the credit token. So when gaining clue, attack up. This is one. Not tied away. If target has stability break, not fear. Okay, for a while. Let me just take a peep at something here. Take a peep. More peeps. Okay. Okay, sorry. So, guilt. Use basic attack skill to increase confectance point. Okay, that's one. The other one is attack up 2. The third one is guilt. The other one is okay. So which one will I add? Tied away is no, not that one. If target is applies fear. I think this one is the right move. Yep. Okay. Okay. Was hoping they are a bit more lenient on spending for rookie event. Yep, you're late, bro. Got Nikketa to V1. Hello, Thiago. And I can knock 2 birds with 1 stone, get a skin, also get rookie event. Which is actually okay. So, what to build her? Let me just check her kit first. So, I have a plus 10 in crit. So, right now, I'm at 62. I probably need more crit. I'm stopping at V1. For now. Might go more on a rerun. So, I need more crit. Crit damage. Who will I get crit damage from? Crit rate. Start of a turn, increase crit. No, not that one. Looking for somebody thick. I'm trying to steal a common key here. Attack boost. I need crit rate. Crit rate. This is actually nice. Crit rate gains movement up. No. Okay, probably stealing crit rate from... Oh, this is nice. About to do my pulls now. Might not even have enough for V1 since I'm avoiding spending on the... Just get her to V0, bro. We'll know what will happen after the 17th anyway. Just to satisfy your craving. Just satisfy your craving for now. Is this Yuhi? And probably get more attack boost. No more crit damage. Yuhi. Crit rate. Parieta's skin is in the shop. It's in the glory store. It should be here. Here you go. So it's this skin. They've actually added content for us to get more currency to get this skin. So they've added. I'm not sure what they added, but they added. Oh, they added access permissions here. But these are the basic ones. Literally holding my poll for now. So tempting. I would suggest, guys, that you get at least one copy just to quench that thirst for the poll. Just one. Then get her on the rerun. Down to 25 from pity. I think they're gonna make me go all the way in this time. It's always all the way. I'm looking for a crit rate. Oh, here you go. So I think we're good for now. Let's see how she does. One copy means V0. Only one. 68. Yeah, maybe on the last day. Because on the 17th, they'll be meeting, right? And the 17th is already this Sunday. So it won't take long. It won't take long before they decide. They're going to be announcing it live on stream. So my expectation is Sunday they meet. Probably Monday to Friday, they're going to be announcing it. So it's just going to be a very short wait. My guess is on the 17th because it's a Sunday and nobody's in the office and it's a very private meeting. New announcement will happen on stream for the Belen Island version of CN. So they delayed that announcement for the new character to accommodate that decision. Yep, get her once. Hello, astronaut. Mozin broke me again. God. Actually, I lost to Mozin as well. I have her ready at P4. Okay, I'm actually distracted again. So I think we're good. Unless if I want to tune some of these. Can I tune... No, I can't tune that. That's actually good. Should I tune this? You won the coin flip? You got Nikketa? Hot take. I'm fine with... Is one copy, but R1 is one copy of weapon. One copy of weapon, but don't get her weapon, bro. R0 is not getting a copy of her weapon. I mean, not signature weapon. Yes. Hello, Isaac. Kamusta, bro? Not playing this? You should play this. Okay, sorry. So I need let me just... Should I get this from her? Start of the action, movement up. Yeah, let me just steal it from... Okay, just wanna steal something from Chua. Chua is... her crit is at 80, my god. She's at 80. Okay, let me steal something from Chua here. Sorry. Let me steal something from Chua. Just one helix. Just one gear I need from her. I would be fine. Not that one. Need the 5. Oh, this one. So my crit rate is at 70. Very good. So for Chua, you get what I dropped. Kind of a completionist here. Yes, I am. Must have complete everything. Okay. It's let me just get what I dropped. Okay, here it is. Sure, my lucky day. Got her weapon with only 30 pulls. That's actually nice. When do you think we get another 100% choice banner, like half anniversary? Probably yes. That's the only time they usually drop guaranteed banners. Anyway. So she's here. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm done. So she only has extra damage multiplier. Damage multiplier, this one is going to be skill number... Okay. Just to confirm, to get V6, we approximately need 84,000 crystals. Okay. To get 10 pulls, you need 1.5. So to get let me do the math in my head. To get 80, you need how much? 1.5, 12,000 crystals. So times 6. Multiplied by 6. That's the lowest amount that 12,000 multiplied by 6. So if you win all of the 50-50, you're only spending 60,000, more or less. If you lose every 50-50, that's 120,000 crystals. That's math in my head. Okay, let's try her out. Okay, let me refresh her kit first. I forgot how. Selects one enemy, blah blah blah. Guild, extra action. So I'm gonna be spamming. So which summons which? The ultimate? No, this one. Coolidge, number 1. This one is a debuff, and the ultimate is a... Oh, okay. So let's go to the story. Or do you want to test her out first? Okay, let's test her out. Let's see how much damage she can deal. There are standard pulls now in Glory Store. Okay. She's not going to be as... you know, she's not the top DPS in a team wherein you have a Tulolo that is around V5. So Tulolo is still gonna be your top DPS. So her role will more or less be a, what do you call this? A support type character. Let's take her out and let's see how. Okay, let me just see her skills here. Coolidge. Okay, she gets so we get Clue. Okay. Then time to record for YouTube. I could use this anyway. Then go with that. So Lolo is still gonna be #1 DPS if you don't have Nikketa at what do you call this, at full strength. She does have a lot of counters. That is where she excels. So if she counters more, she deals more damage. Is Maki a good flex for DPS Hydro teams? Yeah, she is. She's gonna be sub DPS, definitely. So what you do is you usually apply opportune assistance, right? You need shared telepathy and gaining confectance index. So what you do is you alternate applying, you alternate apply to Lolo, Nikketa, you go back and forth. So because right now she has shared telepathy, so as well as her. What is guilt again? Guilt is okay. Nice. Let's see how much damage they can deal. Only 3 of them. It's a very simple rotation. That is true. Guilt is opening the fridge and realizing you weren't supposed to eat anyway. So the theme for Hydro is pets. The secret life of pets. So since we don't have opportune assistance, you give it to her. Oh yeah, I also want to ask, should I always farm detachment tactical supplies? I always do burn boost. You could use phase strike. I'm not using burn boost for all of my burn team members. I either go whichever I have in abundance. So if I have more, good stats in phase strike, I use phase strike. If I have good stats in burn boost, I do burn boost. So that's it. Eventually, honestly, bro, you'll what do you call this? You will have enough, what do you call this? Have enough attachments that they'll come out of your ears. Phase strike is actually the best because the reason why is phase strike is more flexible in any element. So if you're starting out, might as well invest in that to start. But some people don't like phase strike for some reason. I don't know why. They would insist on a element specific boost. So what I say is go for either. Which one do you have that are good stats? The stats are also important, so might as well check the stats first. So the cycle here is actually the skill cycle here is very, very, very simple, to be honest. We have shared telepathy. How about you? Do you have shared telepathy? You still have? 3. Okay, so what I can do is I can deal damage on my own. At least you have the, you have the freedom to what they call it, to decide depending on what you got. Because again, it's really hard to force you into getting, phase strike or burn boost. Of course, phase strike is gonna be more flexible, but if you don't have good stats, you'll still, farm them eventually. Okay. Who doesn't have shared telepathy? Okay, it's gonna be you. Do you have? Oh, she doesn't have anymore. What happened? What happened to your shared telepathy? So you're gonna be shooting twice only? Probably went wrong with the cycle. Yeah, I missed one application. Yeah, generally speaking, it works really good for everyone. You can swap it out, transfer it to another team, even another element. Oh, I still have. I kind of missed one turn with shared telepathy, so I missed one attack for Tololo. What? Something's wrong with my rotation. So phase strike method is suggested for new players. Yes. More or less. Yes. Share telepathy. So ideally, I need to continuously apply. Okay. Last turn. Let's see how much damage she does. Oh, she's still third. Well, Springfield is... Okay, Springfield is technically V6. Just a disclaimer there. So, she does do second in Stability Broken. So, currently, if you have a V6 Springfield... I do have a V6 Springfield. I have Tololo at V5. She's gonna be the third DPS. Decent, yeah. So, third even in Stability Broken. So it's I have a Springfield V6. That is why Springfield still hits like a truck. So in this case, she'll be Springfield will still outduel her in terms of damage. So yeah, but again, if you are building a hydro corrosion team, if you take out Michti, then therefore you could have more DPS. Yep, because both of them are V5 and V6. That is why she can't compete. Well, unless I, I get more copies of her. If I get the monthly login, can I still be counted in the boycott? No. You mean this one? This one? Monthly login. You mean this one, right? The battle pass? No. Oh, the monthly and any purchase, bro. You're not part of the boycott anymore. So, I don't think you're part of the boycott anymore. That's a what do you call this? Not a minnow spend. That's way smaller than a minnow, but it's no longer part of the boycott. Everybody's playing in. Okay, let's move to the. Let's move to the story. What's this shadow exercise? What the heck is this? Auto? Oh, this is a nice feature. I usually log in bonus battle pass. Didn't even know about the boycott. Okay, there's a nice feature, guys. There's an auto here. Number of auto battles. I think this is... Why is this... I don't understand why it's set at 8. Oh, the max. So max energy at 8. Okay. Max auto. Nice. But that's a nice feature. QOL. We will go through the story. Just have to go through these. Okay, that shadow exercise. What is Silent Night? Silent Night, Holy Night. Okay, story. I'm actually not sleepy right now. I'm not sleepy, so we could go through the story as planned. I hope there's a dialogue. Junk shop? Who the heck is this guy? Honestly, if they compromise on some things, it's enough for me. Okay, if you want my thoughts on compromising, the compromise should be enough. Clarina, enriched titanium protein bar. This is gonna be happening next week. So going back to the compromise, if there's gonna be a compromise reached, if they cannot restructure the mechanic or the store for the skin, make it at least farmable, that it doesn't last. What? How many days was that to get Klukai's skin? So shorten the number of days, make it farmable. Just throw out a lot of tokens. I don't care if if it's almost a full year, that's crazy. Make it so that let's say for example, a compromise is for me in 3 months. That is my expectation. 3 months. 3 months. if it was 6 months of farming, that would be crazy. Okay, so kinda like your vector skin, where I actually got it quickly, but most really didn't get it quick. So 3 months is my compromise. Farm the skin in 3 months, then we're good. So because you only have you actually, that's only for the Klukai skin. You'll be farming the Andoris skin as well. So let's say you put Klukai 3 months, Andoris 3 months. I'd be good with that. Honestly, that would be super cool. Yeah, that one we have to farm as well. But my compromise would be anybody want handcuffs? Anybody want handcuffs with Nikketa? She'd be glad to take you guys. But again, going back to my point, the compromise should be 3 months each skin farmable. That's good with me. Oh, you did arm security for half a decade? Cool. Your stand basically is make the currency farmable so it's easier for players to get the skin. Yeah, because realistically guys, do you think they would change the mechanic? I don't think so. They won't change that. I'm just I'm just thinking what would be a realistic compromise. So they won't change the mechanic. All they have to do is make it farmable quicker. That's it. Make it farmable quicker. It's actually crazy, Yeah, give more tickets to hasten it up, because that's one. Add it to Doritos. That could be one. That we're not sure in terms of profitability. It's a very, very big question. But from what I feel for the game, they were actually going in a nice direction already. If you guys can remember, they were doing good in global. They were trending. I'm not sure if they were trending up in CN. They might not be trending up in CN. That is why they did this. That is my hunch. So they might be losing. But again, why would you tax CN players more when you're losing them more? So it makes no sense attracting new players to your game, especially in CN, if you're doing this. So I don't know who suggested this. I don't know whose idea was this, but I think it's a crazy idea. Really, really crazy idea. Can get an idea from those monthly gacha revenue analysis videos, but that revenue covers mobile only without Steam. Yeah, they're actually doing good. They're actually doing good in mobile revenue, not as high as the big players. The game is actually very niche, so I don't expect the game to have as high number of revenues as the AAA games that we have. Like for example, HSR, WUWA. I'm not expecting them to have that level, but their numbers were acceptable. Calling it now, David's the bad guy. This guy, his eyes are so large. 5 million in July. 5 million is actually good. That's in dollars. And some games don't even reach 5 million. Some games don't even reach 5 million. It really depends on what their expenses are. Yeah, that as well. Again, expenses are, we don't know what their expenses are. They might be partying every night till morning. So we really don't know what happens operationally with them. So, again, I do hope that they realize that they really step over the line. If they want to salvage this, they should put out something good on that live session. I actually am hoping and praying that they would put out something good that their players would accept. But because if players won't accept, the boycott will continue and they will be bleeding money. Mika expenses are on R&D on skins. I know it's a bit. Honestly, guys, the biggest expense. I used to work in a software development company. I was their HR, so I knew actually how expensive it is to pay your developers, especially the ones that command a lot of money. So I know how expensive it is. Labor is actually expensive in developing games, software. So that is where the money might be going most. So they don't. I don't think they even do marketing, right? So small marketing, probably on development cost, is high because of skins, because of whatever content. Yeah, service industry staff, I know. Big chunk of your cost is in that. The rest of the cost is very, very minute. So, actually, gone are the days that I'm working for HR. It's been a while. Probably it's been 2 years. But that was a fun job. And I got to learn a lot of stuff in terms of development, software development, web design, project management. That was actually a fun job. They should fire. Honestly, they should fire. If I were Mika, give more money to our to promote the game. If I were Mika, okay, I would fire the person who I'm sure they presented something in terms of how much they're gonna be earning from this. They probably neglected the marketing side. So for that person or the PR side, so for that person to neglect the PR side and just implement this straight out, that person should be fired. The person who forgot the PR side and what would, it should be a balance of how the public will react, how the players will react, how, So that person should be fired, the one handling PR. Because the one handling, the pitch, the sales pitch, that's their job. Yeah, I know. They didn't have a PR guy. They actually just hired somebody to do the PR. And that was a mistake. Because, again, your pitch might be good in terms of revenue, but how will it hurt your market? Honestly, I think they weren't able to think about PR because their PR was basically Yuzong, was YZ. He was the PR guy. He was, from the start. So everybody loved his PR. The PR was very simple. And as long as you don't have an incident where it blows up, it's actually going to be good. There's nothing wrong with that. But everything went south. And I think Yuzong didn't know how to handle it. Because, again, I think it's a similar incident in Snowbrick before, wherein they kind of released a... They actually released a story that was not approved. It was not QA'd, and it had a bad taste in the audience in CN. So nobody QA'd the story and just let it go. That was actually the problem. So it was a hell of a nightmare for PR for that event. That was actually a make or break moment for Snowbreak as well. The PR for that was very, very bad. That they had to give away a lot of stuff to gain people's trust again. Hey, Wyvern. Yeah, the first major incident, yeah, I know was Raymond. But again, but this one was, I think, more bad than the Raymond incident. This was even worse. The current one. This is the worst. This is the worst thing to do, honestly. Pissing off your entire player base, which actually, unfortunately, includes global. So it includes global. So before, the Raymond incident only included CN. Now that they are doing good in global, doing bad in CN, they pissed both. This game pulls such a pain to get, Nikketa. The problem is the 50-50, bro. It's really a bad management decision. Yeah, I agree. Very bad. Nobody checked on they didn't even they or either they didn't check how it affect people, or they just went with it, just roll the dice, see whatever happens, and they probably expected that people will just complain mildly. I spent more than 5K on Strobic, but after issues, I left the game. Oh, you left the game already? The game's doing good now. Also that, shareholders want money. But again, it's a balance of... Because when you piss somebody off, you'll never get more money out of them. That is for sure. The first guaranteed SSR in Magrash has no 50 for both. Pilot, the pilot, what do you call this? The pilot is 60-40. The mech is the 100%. So even the 60-40 is even a good deal. Well, new Clarissa Snow. I think she is pegged as a DPS. Probably a skill DPS. Oh, he just pulled Sylvie. Nice. So again, going back to the whole thing with Girls Frontline too. It's actually wise to... They're actually playing it mildly because they waited for a long time for this meeting to be scheduled, and they're expecting people to cool down, but honestly, people are already leaving. So it's really hard for people to come back if they already left. If they found another game, to stick to, it's really, difficult for them to come back. A good ballistic DPS would be Katya, bro. Or... yeah. For Mekarashi, you need your advice. Should I upgrade my duplicate torso and arm for Glacia, or... I would suggest no. For the meantime, you might assemble a new... what do you call this? A new Glacia because of parts. So I would suggest no at this point. Who did I deploy? Oh shoot, I forgot. I forgot the mod key for Xiaowei. Bubo is okay. I don't use her much, but I have her. Yeah, keep a separate Glacia. You'll need it. Because you'll need a Glacia for Hong, you'll need a Glacia for Frida. If you can. So keep a copy. Always keep a copy. I'm actually happy for for Mekarashi because so far the game is not intensive on multiple copies. Yep, make a new Glacia. Keep the parts. No lie, after the drama, I didn't want to continue and try to pull for Chua. Again, bro, your decision is very respected. It's natural to feel that way. Again, as I've said, not all people, especially if you've left the game, not all people will come back. I'm not expecting a lot of people to come back. But for the sake of the love of the game, for me, I'll still continue the game. Because I love to play the game. It's still one of the core games that I like. So Mekarashi and this game is core. Snowbreak has a few updates, so I'm that is still part of the channel so far. Yeah, no problem, Wyvern. Yep, that is correct, XCJ. Well, hopefully it will be fixed. I'm hoping that it will be fixed because I'm still hoping that players will come back eventually if they will fix it correctly. Okay, I forgot, guys. Let me just go back to who got their mod keys, by the way. I forgot. Who got their mod keys? Krolic. Yeah, she has her mod key. I forgot that she has a mod key already. Install. But if we don't agree with the skin gacha, we can't just ignore it and not get it. That's true. That is true. That is what I've been saying in the first place. It doesn't affect gameplay, the skin. Well, again, at this point, I rolled the dice when I played this game, so might as well roll the dice further. You know, a little bit, not much. So again, the skin doesn't affect gameplay. So that is why I am, I'm still okay with it, kinda. But again, they need to do damage control. Really. So Xiaowei has increased hydro damage dealt to targets with stability damage by 45%. After passive skill Shadow Strike triggers, a jump to an imperturbable arrow deals hydro damage equal to 80% of attack, 2 points stability damage, and applies damp. Okay. The first GFL game, if I remember it right, is they were kind of late to the gacha mechanic for characters. That is why they did a skin gacha. So I just do hope they make it right out of the meeting on Sunday. For me, it's better to just level up glasses since you will get other S tier mechs. Again, bro, it's really a choice. It's really up to you on how you're gonna be leveling up. Honestly, I just realized to keep copies of mechs just recently, probably a few days back. Especially if they're S rank, I'd rather keep their copies, keep them alive, and probably if you get more copies, then you could have a full new mech. Who knows? As long as you can still clear content with your mech that has only, you only pulled one, it's gonna be okay. That was also how may I put this? The the Maki interaction was really not good. That one should have been given for free. Gamer toda la vida. Nikketa. Yes, I got Nikketa, bro. V1. The live stream for that, they canceled it. We're gonna be getting an announcement. Just tune into either Discord or to Reddit. We're gonna be knowing we're gonna know the exact schedule for the live stream. But again, that's in CN. That's in Mandarin or simplified Chinese. So I'm not sure if you understand those languages, then you can understand the stream. Probably gonna be waiting after the stream, but I'm gonna be watching it just to see the reaction of people. Yeah. Also that use them for mod creation. That as well. Hello, Jeff. Wawa scene should be a glory shop. That I agree. That I can agree on. I don't understand your comment, Saliver. Frida will enjoy a better mech, but it will come from a collab much later. Probably a collab, a mech from a future collab in CN. True, it's not simple. But again, I'll watch that stream. And probably usually Seiya has a translation. I've seen somebody on somebody's channel that translates the stream, the actual stream, to English live. So I hope I could listen on to that stream instead. Don't they have a new, what do you call this? New, there are new, what do you call this? New quests to do with additional points. It's usually 2-4, even for the, what do you call this? Even for the Vector skin, it was 2-4, I think. If I can recall right. I haven't followed the story. Sorry. Should be 1200, not Gunner enough like Vector 1. Agree on that. Agree on that. This is actually funny because Nikketa has been holding onto that handcuff for every scene. That Vector skin, I actually farmed for, I think, 2 days? Just to get it quick. 2 days or 1 day. I forgot. Either of the two. this event doesn't have, doesn't have any voice acting. It took you over a month. Well, that's probably the normal, the normal thing to do. But I speedrunned it just to, you know, actually I speedrunned it just for a video, just to more or less teach people how I did it quickly. Does CN have a third rerun? They usually for the characters, I think they usually do a rerun after, yeah, even after the second one. I noted that Kluka is coming for a selection pack, but can I get the V6? Yeah, I think so. Well, if you're V5 and if you get a selector, that's basically your last one. I actually bought the Twilight Fang torso in the arena shop already. So I have the torso, I don't have the arms and the legs. But I'm using it already. So if you want to invest in a new mech piece by piece, start with the torso. I don't know. I'm not sure where the first anniversary pack was there. It should be different than ours. Because, the sequence of the banners are different. So should be different. Well, we do have 15 weeks to go, so I think that's enough. Honestly, I'm not understanding the story anymore. I'm just talking to you guys. I'm reading parts of the story, then parts of the chat. Parts of the story and parts of the chat. When I ask if you get the torso, but mix it, match it with other parts, any pros and cons about it? The only con that I could think is there are abilities that you won't be maxing out, because abilities have 4 levels, one for each part of the mech. So if you only have the torso, you're only at level 1. So if you get the arm, you are at level 2, you get the next arm level 3, then you get the legs at level 4. So that's max. That's the con. Aside from that, I don't think there's a drawback. Because each part has its own hit, HP, chatting stream. Honestly, I would rather chat with you guys in terms of a Q&A right now. Chua's story was pretty enjoyable. Hope Nikketa is too. I hope the story is enjoyable, because I haven't got a clue on what is happening, because what I'm reading are bits and pieces of something. I'll leave that to Wanderer to understand the story. The story in my mind right now is fragmented, that I don't know what I'm reading. But I would want a thicker plot. That is why I'm actually still browsing through this. I usually get bored in the first parts of the story if there's no action, quote unquote. So I'm just browsing through this. So okay, I actually had a slow afternoon, and I was able to download the TW version of Mecharashi, and I actually am enjoying the TW version, to be honest. I haven't played much today. Played a small part of the, probably played an hour of TW. But tomorrow I'll play more. So I'm actually itching to try the new characters, and hopefully I could understand what their abilities are, and probably have screenshots of them and translate them. So that is part of my research. The new characters, new mechs, what their abilities are. And hopefully I could pull. There are lots of gooning in TW. And I actually noticed that they're more advanced. The PC client for TW is much optimized in terms of detail. In global right now, not much detail, but in TW, the eyes of the characters, the mechs, the detail, it's actually much better. Saw the new mechs like Rosa and Ada, really wild and super strong. They're super strong, alright. So TW is I think a few months delayed than CN. But so far they do have most of the good mechs, right? They already have Rosa Judgment. They're already done with the collab for Evangelion. I bet nobody's using Rosa and only use Hong and Sylvie. I mean in TW. I'm not sure yet at this point. Probably Rosa is gonna fall off. Frida, I think, is still usable. Sylvie is gonna fall off because you have their, who's the name? Kelly? Kelly is actually in TW already. So Sylvie's gonna fall off. Sylvie at best would be your secondary sniper. So who else is in that update? The recent characters before Zoe are actually good. So more or less they're gonna be expecting good characters soon as well for TW. I'm not reading the story anymore. I'm just browsing whatever is in my field of view. They're just chatting. Chatting and chatting. No action. They're talking about a mission. Oh, I'll restate your service records. Oh, yeah. This is where she used to work as a contractor, right? Yeah, Paloma, Veronica's good. Kelly and... Yep, they're good. So I want more action, Nikketa. Not just chit-chat, please. I get bored easily with chit-chat. Yeah, she was freelance. She was doing freelance, and while doing freelance, she was, I think, helping an orphanage, if I'm right. I don't know if Wonder is here, but she was spending her money on an orphanage, helping kids. So she was a freelance contractor, but she went back to the commander. That is so far I know. In between that, on why she came back, I'm not sure. Because right here in the story, she is still doing contracting work. Third pool got Big Cannon's K9 handler. That was big. No part in it yet. So this is, I think, before she left her contracting gigs. This was before. So probably fed up. Somebody triggered or something triggered. So not sure. Wandered actually disappeared. I'm actually waiting for him to fill in the details on why Nikketa left. Maybe he's reading the story as well. Frida is still good, but Matilda and Adele ahead of Frida. Oh, in the story too. Okay, I think you're ahead. Fill us in, bro. If you're done with the story, if you're done ahead, fill us in. Why do we want V1 for Nikketa again? The only reason why going for V1 is a small jump in damage. The big jump in damage is in V3. The reason why I got her at V1, because if I decide to get her to V3, it's just 2 pulls more. So I could probably do that. In her rerun. How was my day? Kind of chill today. Not what I expected. I was productive yet chill. I was actually waiting for the update, so had errands in the afternoon. Normal day. Nothing really out of the ordinary, but it was a chill day for some reason. Nikketa worked for Griffin with Commander previously. Now she works for Public Security PubSec. Okay. And now she just got framed by Inessa and is doing undercover work for Inessa. Okay. Chill day. Honestly, it's also a chilly day because it rained so hard this afternoon up to tonight. Can relate, pala, bro. I bring my daughter to school in the morning. I wake up at 6 in the morning. I take her to school early to what do you call this? To not go through traffic going to school and going back. Then I fetch her in the afternoon, whatever her out is, depending on if she has activities. So I fetch her usually between either 3 p.m. or 5 p.m. So for the rest of the day, I'm usually at home. Either I'm asleep in the morning, catching up on sleep, or I do content in the morning, do my scripts, do my research for games. If you guys remember, I'm actually full-time in YouTube already. So all I do every day is either play in the morning, do my research, do my stuff, do scripts, produce videos, upload usually in the afternoon or in the evening. So that's the routine. If I do have other tasks, or it usually falls on errands, and if there are important stuff, I'm usually the guy that does it for the house. Someone has Inessa's daughter and is levying that against her. David is just straight up evil drug smuggler type, and he hates dolls. He looks creepy. David looks creepy. Those eyes are creepy. I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy. Her orphanage story reminds another Pistol T-doll in the first GFL game that did the same with her money. That's very nice life. Well, not all. Honestly, if you guys heard my my stories before on where my career started in, I started in corporate as well when I was young. Was in sales, was in HR recruitment. I was in, what other jobs did I have before? HR, sales was most of the ones that I had. Marketing. So been through a lot basically, and ended up here. Okay, if you ask me, if a life of a content creator is nice, it's actually hard. It's actually hard because you're actually, unlike bigger creators wherein you have a full staff, you have somebody who do your edits, somebody does your research. Small creators don't have the budget for that. So we actually do everything. It's not really a very simple life. It's a lot of research, it's a lot of testing, it's a lot of playing though. but sometimes you get burned out by it. So again, it's fun, but it's also hard. Dandelion, for example, consists of a few hundred humans all combined to one, then put in a doll's body. Imagine never having to work 9 to 5 and make a living. It's actually nice. Again, it's nice because it's more flexible time for me. Before going into content creation, I did work as a freelancer. Again, I mentioned I was in HR before. I was an HR freelancer. That was also flexible. I actually worked as a freelancer. Plus, I did YouTube before, so combined both. But again, the pressure of earning in YouTube is actually high because without the support of people, without the support of the community, without the support of views, you can't really earn much. And to be honest with you guys, I've been what do you call this? I've been working on this channel for nearly 5 years already. This channel will be 5 years on the 17th. August 17th. I'll be doing this for 5 years. And I've had breaks, but I've had a lot of no, not so good, more not so good than good. If you get what I mean. So more on very lean, very lean times. Sometimes the timing is off on games. Sometimes I can't go and try games early. So there are a lot of challenges in content creating. It's not as simple as uploading videos. You have to do background on a lot of things. You have to grow as well. So I really do appreciate the support of the channel, of the support of the community, especially for this year. This year has been great for the channel, but previous years it hasn't been really good, and I have been struggling really. There was even a point excuse me, there was even a point that I nearly quit YouTube. I nearly quit last year. Would you say GFL2 boost your? Yes, it did. It actually grew my community, because before I jumped from one game to another, I couldn't really stay that long in a game. Stayed with Snowbreak for 2 years, then came GFL2, then currently Mekarashi. So, but I've had small games in between. But again, guys, it has been so rough. I nearly quit YouTube last year. It's not a joke. I nearly quit because I wanted something that is more consistent, constant, and enough. But it wasn't really enough. Last year wasn't enough. Even for this year, it's starting to go up, but it's still not enough. I still need to do more work. I still need to, there are a lot of things I need to do with the channel. So, but I'm actually very thankful that it's growing steadily. That is what I like, because 2024 was a very bad year for me for content creation. The growth last year was really bad. The growth was very bad. So again, but this year, yeah, I know, bigger games tend to grow more crowd, but with bigger games, you also have bigger competition, right? So if you do cover bigger games and bigger titles, there are other bigger creators that also cover them. So, and most bigger creators have bigger communities. So there are pros and cons in covering small games, big games. It's really up to you. Hiya. Nikketa is definitely topping my booba tier list. We'll have a dorm tier list soon, because I have Nikketa and I have Chua, so they really need to be in that dorm tier list. Hey JP, I went for V1 Nikketa. Just, just to have two more pulls for V3. YouTube content creator job is similar to a farmer who needs to take care of their farm. Yep. You need to plant seeds. I'll use that analogy. You need to plant more seeds and you need to take care of those seeds. That is the life of a content creator. You need to build a product for your seeds. You need to build fertilizer. It's basically nurturing everything, but you have to be precise as well. Hello, Nightcrawler. What's up, bro? Snowbreak is fun actually. Graphics and gameplay is really good. Problem for me is the player interaction in co-op. Well, every game has its pros and cons, more or less. How's the gacha? Got Nikketa to V1. I lost 150-50. So I won one, I lost one. The attachment set that I used. Okay, let's skip this. Thoughts on Spicy Fanny, aka Clarina? I think she's interesting, but she looks really similar to Fanny. I can't get that out of my head. Initially I like her design, but most of her design right now is kind of censored. So I don't know how to critique her look right now, but I'm excited to see how she looks when she drops in the game. Yep. Okay, I'll just finish this and I'll show you the attachment set. Basically for Nikketa, she is gonna be more or less a DPS character. So normal for DPS would be flat attack, attack stat, crit rate, and crit damage. Oh shit. Skip. I'll go back to this. No. Out. Skip. If you... Okay. My reasoning for the set. So if you have Nikketa here, she has two attacks, Hydro attacks, which is her S2 and her ultimate, which she uses frequently. Okay, so if you have a good Hydro set, go for a Hydro set, because you're gonna be making sure that the Hydro set is gonna be good because of the two attacks. If you don't have Hydro set, best is always Phase Strike. Okay, so for the attachments, yep, this is the most optimal build for her. Her signature weapon is not good for her unless it has more copies. So if it's only a one copy battle, meaning only one copy, no dupe. The best one is going to be Bittersweet Caramel with Macchiato. The next one is going to be Mozinagon's Gun, which is Samosek. So those are your choices. Samosek is the second best gun. Okay, I'm gonna be reiterating this again. Why Bittersweet Caramel? Because of the crit damage here and the ignore 10% of target's defense. Okay, those are the best traits. If you go with Samosek's gun, with Dush's gun, which is Samosek. So basically, this gun has also critical damage, plus it has phase damage increased by 10%. So that is why both guns are better than the signature weapon. So GPRL, go with the Phase Strike set. It's more flexible, and especially if if you have a Hydro set, Where is Nikketa? If you have a Hydro set that can give you good stats, like this one, I already have a Hydro set that has good stats, like attack crit rate, attack boost. One has attack crit rate, attack boost. I actually went for this because the rest will have to compromise. So this is an easy find if I want to farm for better, for better attachments. And this one is actually kind of good. Crit rate, crit damage, attack boost. So I can't complain. So I'm going with Hydro. If your Face Strike set has a better combination of stats, then go for a Face Strike set. Okay, so what's the next question here? Comparing to Vizier to Lolo and Vizier Nikketa, which one should I prioritize? That is a tough question. Well, Tololo is actually free. You can actually get her in the standard banner. They won't be competing in polls, honestly. So you could prioritize both. So if you get, you could actually get Tololo here. You just have to mark her as your priority, as your rate up. You could use this is a different ticket, by the way. This is an access permission. So you can get her here, plus Tololo is a different ticket. It's a targeted access permission. So you can definitely prioritize both. Springfield's rerun, yes. Get Springfield at V1. She's good to go. Okay, let me just catch up with the chat here. How about Samusek S3? Well, even better. Defense Shred wins. So Bittersweet is better than her banner weapon? Yes. With only one copy. With only one. No copy. 0. So her signature weapon is going to be better if that weapon has copies. Okay, let's go back to... It's not an imprint skill, it's a trait. The imprint is here. So imprint is this one. This one is his trait. So you anybody who uses the gun can avail of the attack ignore for 10%. Okay? So I'm just catching up on the chat here. You'll get you 100% get V6 Lolo eventually, so you'll have to Vizier Nikketa then to Lolo. Yes, you'll get to Lolo eventually. Yep, you need to click first. You need to click the banner, bro. So there is a choice here on the rate up. You can choose who you want to. So you should assign to Lolo there already. You didn't know that? Did you pull for the standard procurement ban already? XCJ. Does Nikketa make Hydro better than Burn? That's a tricky question. If you have Nikketa at least V3, yes, that's a big possibility but right now Hydro is still lacking. We do lack a couple of characters in Hydro, so there's a big possibility that Hydro is gonna be better than Burn if Nikketa is at least V3. I thought I heard her signature is only better if Nikketa is V6. That is also true, and also more copies. I'm super close to Nikketa V2. Should I guarantee it? Well, if you're guaranteed the next pull, why not? Mistook that. Yeah, it's okay, bro. It's okay, XCG. At least now you know. To an earlier question about the dolls being robots with AI, a couple of dolls are not AI but are human brain scans. Peritia, for example, is Persica's daughter per se. All of the AR team is like 150. At least you know now, XCJ. It's okay, bro. You can select. You can even change your selection in the middle of the 80 axis. So let's say, for example, if I have Tololo, if I pull for 40, and in the middle I want to swap to a different character, you can do that. The axis is still the same. Yep, until we get Florence, probably. Yeah, that is correct. The only reason why Burn is good because they have more, more characters available, especially for global. Well, in CN it's going to be different. But it is worth getting her to V2. Okay. V2 is just your bridge. The damage between V1 and V2 are small. So if you want to go further, okay, from V1, go directly to V3. Do not stop at V2. That is my recommendation. If you can't go to V3, then you'd have to stop at V1, like what I'm doing. I'm stopping at V1. Then once I have more currency, I'll be proceeding to V3 once she has her rerun. So I would suggest you wait for the rerun before you go through V2 and V3. Yeah, the OGAS. Yeah, that is correct. The standard banner has a 50-50, so you can still lose to the 50-50. And also, just want to add, that is why Hydro is more powerful with Corrosion, because it still needs help from other elements. I play 2 accounts because I also don't know there is 2 servers. I started in how, one in how and one in Sunboard. I think you mean is Dark Winter. That's the server. So for the rerun, I will go with V3 Nikketa. Definitely going with V3. The account for Tulolo, should I go for QJ or Suomi? I would suggest you go for Suomi because if you're early game, Suomi will help you clear more content. Go with Suomi, bro. Hello, Zeroff. What Doritos? I still have Doritos, by the way. I still have Doritos left, so they will be used. Have you done the new drill? Expansion drill? I think I have. It's okay, bro. We're here. That is the reason why you ask questions here, so that you may know. It's okay. Everybody, creates mistakes. Even I create, noob mistakes from time to time. So it's understandable. Once you get to know the game better, you'll be more precise in what to decide. So again, I think your crucial dolls to get will be Tololo. Right now, Tololo, Nikketa, Suomi is one. If you don't have Springfield, and if you can get Suomi, good. So also, no mistakes, just happy with little mishaps. I got to put a ring on Nikketa. She looks perfect to me. It's really up to you, bro. Grumpy Varieger. Looks grumpy. All of them look grumpy. Should I put Sabrina in a team or just put Tololo, Spring, Nikketa? Already okay. Whose design you like the most? Character? Are you saying aesthetically or the kit? Right now for Hydro, they're still lacking at least one more. So it's best to create with a corrosion team if you could pair them with. So it's Nikketa, Tololo, Springfield. If you could pair them, if you could add Springfield and Peritia, then that would be good. Okay, that's a nice question. Let me just skip this. Okay, let me just finish this and we'll go through the actual visuals of that because I want to answer that with facts. So far in mind, and anyway, I'm actually I'm actually gonna be putting together another version of the dorm tier list, so it's just fitting to do so. How do you do a ring? Do you ring a character? You ring a character here. Okay, let's dorm tier list. Okay, so if you go to your character, if you're familiar with affinity, so you go to affinity, not this one, that's not affinity. This, not this. Doll list, here you go. So gift. Okay, if you do a gift, and when you have reached affinity level 5, you need a covenant. You need to purchase a ring. So once you purchase a ring, your affinity for her will you may increase her now to affinity 8. So once you take her to affinity 5, that's the max stat that you could give her. No more stat add-ons for 6, 7, and 8. But 6, 7, and 8 is more or less just rewards. So reward, and the best reward is on 8, which is this one and the skin for the gun. Okay, going back to the question. If I have V6 Lukai, what do you mean V1? Michti, V6 Peritia. Who should you replace? Michti. You replace Michti with Nikketa. Okay, so design-wise, I'm actually very biased with Maki. So far Maki, also Yuhi. Maki, Yuhi. Who else? Maki, Yuhi, and top 3. Zhao Wei. So 3. 3 of, I think, is designed well. Especially for the skins, okay? Vector is designed well as well. But those are my top 3. So Maki would be 1, number 2 would be Yuhi, and number 3 would be Zhao Wei. Culture is important, bros. It's very important. So those are my top 3. Going back to the story as if I'm reading the story. I'm reading the story, but not complete. What are the other honorable mentions? The Klukai skin, the one that's free, is also nice. But it's too obvious, right? It's too obvious. Hey Cooper, is there a way to deal with the quick change of my only bittersweet caramel between quick change? The bait skin? No, not that. Not the bait skin. The free one. The free one that they gave us. Let me just skip this first. Skip again. There's a question here. Honestly, for the quick change, you do have to make. You can't. What I do is, okay, just in case. So what I do is, just in case if I want to swap attachments, I actually not do a quick equip, but I do a change, then pull it out from a character that I want. So you can't actually see the characters here. So pull it out from the character that you want. So basically swap it towards a character that you're going to give it to. Then the second character that has, that's going to be Bear, that one you'll have to equip manually. That is the style. There's no quick fix for that. Okay, this is the skin that I mean. This skin. This is actually nice. One of the best skins that they gave us. What do you mean set formation? It's not swapping? What do you mean it's not swapping? Not swapping what? For free skin, can I obtain it again? It was actually given out in an event, so I'm not sure if you could still get it. Maybe they could give it out again. I'm not sure. They gave it out during, I think, Klukai's event when she was launched. So I'm not sure, bro, if it's still available. You can put the first character with bittersweet at the formation. Then you go to second character with new attachment, put character in the formation. It will save. Okay. You mean this formation here? I haven't used this much, to be honest. I haven't used the formations. I'm guilty. I don't use this. I don't use this, so who knows, bro? You might still get that skin, but as of now, it's part of the Klukai event. They might re-release it, but again, I'm not sure. So again, I'm not using this. I'm not using that. That is also the reason why I do have a lot of good attachments. So I do make it a point that each has their own attachment so that I won't have to swap. I don't like swapping, because sometimes I get confused on who has those attachments. Do you think Nikketa V3 justifies her weapon? That's a good question. I'd probably be on the safe side of that question. I think you get her weapon at V6. At V3, you still use the other weapons just to be safe. Because I heard somebody in the chat say that you should get her weapon only at V6. That is actually my problem. I don't bother using the formations because sometimes it's too complex. I don't want to think about it more. I'd like to the easiest way is to farm and give, not swap between characters. I don't know. If for me it's too tedious. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. So I still don't know what is happening in the story. She's in somewhere in the corporate office. Who's Anthony? Ahem. I'll take that. I'll drop it and lost and found. Which one? The handcuffs? So just wanna say thanks to a lot of people who dropped by the stream. There are a lot of new people on the stream right now. Just wanna thank everyone again because I know I haven't been covering a lot of content. I'm behind you now on the story. I haven't been playing much Girls Frontline 2 recently, but again, I'm not leaving the game. It's still part of the regular operating procedure of the channel. So the live stream will still be there. I'll have to mix it with Mekarashi. So probably you'll see a balance of Mekarashi plus Girls Frontline 2 every week. Again, no fixed schedule because again my schedule is so unexpected. Some hope to see you live again. Yep, I will be live. Okay, my schedules will be tomorrow will be Mekarashi, which is Friday. Saturday Mekarashi as well. On Sunday we'll be live because of the first day of Gunsmoke. So Sunday will be Girls Frontline 2. So expect a mix. What I will do is I will announce a weekly schedule for streams, so that you guys will be informed which game. I only do stream Mekarashi in this game. I won't do streams for other games that I feature the channel. And also, if you like to be notified as soon as I stream or as soon as I drop content, please do subscribe. Again, it helps the channel. It helps me a lot. And click the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime. So most of the time I stream in the evening my time, so that it's usually morning your time or also evening my time. So most of the time why I stream in the evening is because both time zones, usually Asia and North America time zones, can actually watch my stream. Yeah, I know, XCJ. So, again, as Mekarashi settles down, so we will be adding a couple of what do you call this, of games to the channel. I'm looking forward to Chaos Zone Nightmare. That's in October. Plus, I'll be checking out Kaiju number 8. That's gonna be a fun game, but my hopes are not high on that game. So, and I actually already dropped Silver and Blood. So I finally decided to drop it because it doesn't work, in terms of schedule for me. I'll be streaming Snowbreak. I do stream Snowbreak usually only on updates. On the day that the update drops for a new character, that is when I stream. So Snowbreak is there's a small part of the community that goes for the live on Snowbreak. So I do that on a new character that drops. It's usually there. The consistent streams are usually for Girls Frontline 2 and Mikarashi. So those two will be my weekly streams. Hopefully I'll give you a schedule for the week. I do hope that I stick to that schedule because again, it's kind of erratic in terms of what I do stream on that day. But again, I'm happy that I made a schedule ready for today up until Sunday. So today, Girls Frontline 2. 2 days, Friday, Saturday would be Mekarashi. Probably be featuring the Taiwanese server either of those days, probably on Saturday. And Sunday we'll be going back to Girls Frontline 2 for Gunsmoke. We're not getting a new bride yet. That's for the 2 years and a half anniversary. We just got 2 brides for that update. So we're not gonna get a bride, soon. And we don't have any anniversaries. So Snowbreak we just had our 6-month anniversary. Snowbreak had its 2-year anniversary. So it's more on the current games plus newer games to be featured. And watch out for what do you call this? For Chaos Zero Nightmare. I'm actually in the content creator program. So hopefully if they have a CVT, I could, get first dibs on what to expect for that. And hopefully it's gonna be good. Initial glance, the game is actually good. So I hope the mechanics, the gacha is enjoyable, is forgiving, that you would enjoy it. Get the new bride, SPTO, yeah, half anniversary now. So 2 years and a half. I'm actually excited for the new character coming in next week. So expect me to stream Snowbreak next Thursday as the update drops. So we will have a mix of, the schedules, but Snowbreak is usually reserved for new characters that people want to see, want to showcase before they decide to pull. So that is why I do stream Snowbreak. On a regular day, there's no demand really for a stream for Snowbreak. Unlike for Girls Frontline 2 and Mekarashi, where there's a big community that really wants to, look at the game, the stream. So that is why we're very regular for Girls Frontline 2 and Mekarashi. So far, I'm still looking for, oh, she's already talking to. She's talking to Senya? See, I'm not paying attention with the story. She's talking to Bozin. Okay, I'm still waiting for more games coming in. Arknights Enfield, Ananta. I'm still looking towards Stella Sora. So there are a lot of games coming in and a lot of games to play in the near future. I'm actually just happy that I dropped Silver and Blood because it was not really working for me, not even the streams, not even the content, and more or less I was too busy really to play 4 games. So I had to drop the least compatible game for the channel. It didn't really agree with the community, so I had to let go of it. That's it. I never. Yep, we do have a Silver and Blood in Snowbreak, which actually was a relief. I never started. I wanted to play Lost Sword, but apparently it didn't have a PC client, so that kind of hindered me into playing that. Umamusume was not really an interest. I was actually curious about it, but not really of interest for me. So, and it's a very niche game that I'm not sure, almost all of the community would like. Probably some of you guys are actually playing that game, but it's a very niche game. Its approach to the game is very different. You'll be hooked by it, or either you'll be hooked or you'll not. It's really, it's really a thing where you'll know right away you'll be hooked or not. What do you mean werewolf eat shell? For Halloween? And honestly, during that time wherein we had Silver and Blood, we had Lost Sword, we had Uma Musume. Uh, we had also the anniversary for Snowbreak. We had the anniversary for Girls Frontline 2. So it was a mix of a lot of things happening that I didn't want to affect the original content for the channel. So I made it priority to prioritize the existing games versus getting new games. So that is why, again, why there isn't any Uma Musume, there isn't any Lost Sword, because I prioritize Girls Frontline 2 and Snowbreak because of the anniversaries. That's just it. And the reason why I played Mekarashi, because I was planning to play it. I played it during the demo. I played it during the CBT, and I was really planning on covering it because it was releasing towards the end of the month. So it was actually, it was fortuitous that I was able to cover that game, and I really enjoy it. Really do enjoy it. That is why, and it's similar to Girls Frontline 2 in terms of tactical, grid-based, turn-based as well. So it fits right into the channel's kind of likes. So that is why we're maintaining those. Thank you, Derek Chan, for the subscription. We're maintaining those, and more games to come. I'm actually looking forward to a lot of content. I forgot to mention, guys, that we were supposed to have a podcast this month. We haven't recorded yet. It's with 2300H Gaming and with Below D Gaming. So 3 of us, we're gonna be doing a podcast. We still haven't recorded that, but we do have topics already for that podcast. So I still hope to have that, out within the month. That's a fun, fun icebreaker to content as well. And it's usually the current problem or the current issues. It's usually the current issues that we have in the gacha scene, in gaming. What are the topics? Let me take a look at the topics that we were supposed to talk about. The topics that we were supposed to talk about are... Let me just look at the the chat that we had. Where are the topics here? Sorry. Okay. Topics are... Number 1 is censorship. Number 2, greed in gacha games. Number 3 is wholesome versus gooner games. Number 4, EOS games that should be put to offline version. And number 5 is PvP in gacha games. So those are the topics that we're going to be talking about. You can't expect us to help you if you won't tell us what's going on. I'll pay you. Saying, all right, boss, what do you need? She has a lot of money because of her contracting gig. So going back to the topics. Those are the topics that we're going to be talking about. Fresh perspectives on some of the sensitive issues. Censorship was an issue before. Right now, it has been an issue, but I don't think it has been that much. Yep, her money on presents for the orphans. Oh, Below D is here. Ah, yes, I'm looking forward to the podcast. So he's here. So he will be joining me and 2300H Gaming. So we haven't really recorded that yet. We haven't even scheduled the recording for that. But we'll get in touch, and hopefully we could put together that podcast. You guys will be enjoying that. We usually enjoy ourselves during podcast. The last podcast was, I think, a few months back. It was way too long. But hopefully you guys can suggest topics as well. If you could suggest topics for the podcast, that would be cool. What do you want? What do you want us to talk about? Probably have a poll here in the next stream, wherein you could, rate some more questions for the podcast. So feel free to message in your questions or your topics for the podcast. We will actually consider them either for this current podcast or for the next one. So please don't be shy. Just chat in your topics for the podcast. Topics would be for gaming, particularly gacha gaming, the gacha scene, because we're actually we're in that scene where we play gacha games. So anything that you think is worth talking about. So you actually send that. You can actually chat that in Discord. You can DM it to me directly. You could chat it here. So let's go back to the story, because Carmen is raising her eyebrows. Who the heck is Carmen, guys? It's gonna be in English. It's definitely gonna be in English. It's not gonna be much of the podcast. All of it's gonna be in English. We can't do a podcast in our native language. It would be too limited for the audience. And again, that's an English. The previous podcast that we did were all in English, actually. If I can remember, the two ones that we did, 2 or 1. So because most of our even for Below D and 230H, their community is actually English speaking, so it's definitely gonna be in English. Below D, do you recall when was our last podcast? I don't recall it anymore. Probably it was last year or early this year. Yeah. So, more or less, again, it's been a while. Wonder who is Carmen? Hey again, Warden. So I managed to pull Rosa. That is good. Yeah, please do save for Eileen. She's probably less than 3 weeks away. Oh, Rosa and her mech. That's nice. You got her mech. That is cool. Did you pity her mech? You got 3 Raider, Winston, and a Sniper, and Melissa for mechanic. Who are your 3 Raiders, by the way? What do we do about David? So David's name is coming up. Kaiden, Rosa, and Harvey. Not bad. His recklessness may cause us immeasurable losses. We can't keep him around anymore. Official official disposal. Hello, Pawn 3000. Why is Nikketa's weapon not a good option? Sounds like a bad design. The weapon is actually built for more copies. Definitely a bad design. Because as you scale in copies of the weapon, that is where her weapon is going to be good. So definitely a bad design. They've had that in the past, especially for characters. They actually were good in designing Nikketa, but not her gun. I can't wait for Eileen. Honestly, since we'll be getting more standard banner pilots, I've been wanting to get Eileen, honestly. But it's good that Eileen is, I think, 3 weeks away. I even don't want to get Dias. Because I don't think I have a use for Dias. After Eileen gonna save for Eva collab. By the way, Evangelion collab has not been confirmed yet for global, okay? It has not yet been confirmed. It's Diaz. Okay, sorry. Ima Lama. Ima, I'm not sure. Diaz. Okay. It's like the family name, Diaz, with a Z. V1 and 200 pulse lost. Oh, you lost 50-50 twice? Yep, they forgot about her weapon. Honestly. That's what happens to Mr. Springfield. Nikketa turns and walks towards her. My flashlight rolled. Looks like a toy, right? It has comms and a camera. Kids' toys these days are sure fancy. It's a familiar toy PSA badge with dried blood caked on it. This is already interesting story over there. You look kind of scary. Nothing obvious stands out. Yes, settle with V1 first. You could always, get her to V3 in her rerun. So no shame in that. Oh, thanks, bro. Ima. Already spent all my Doritos on tickets. Take note, as you what? 8K Doritos left? You have that much? Basically, the story just implied that the child Nikketa has been friends with is either dead or injured now with David's hands. David with the weird eyes. Is that blood? Una. This is a long story. Okay. For a while, guys. Warden face change at the 8K Doritos. That's a lot of Doritos. I never had 8K. The max that I had was, I think, 5,000. Which Tyrant character should I focus on next? My QJ. Focus on which standard character. If you focused on QJ, the next would be Tololo, definitely. Skipping Jiang Yu for now. What if Jiang Yu's kit was upgraded? Nikketa is hefty. Let's see how hefty she is. Yeah. She's hefty, alright. If you could... She's hefty, alright. If you compare her with Sabrina, Sabrina is much taller than her. If you go back to the uniform, so Sabrina is much taller than Nikketa by a small bit because she has heels. Physics. See? They're almost kind of the same. Almost kind of the same mold. See? It's just the clothing that is different. Oh boy. Where's the store? Oh, here it is. Intel Exchange. I'll buy something next time. Okay, guys, I think that's it for tonight because I need to wake up at 6 in the morning and it's nearing 12 midnight. Need to wake up at 6. Sorry, guys. Need to be on daddy duties tomorrow. And, okay, I'll see you on stream tomorrow night. Mekarashi this time. So hopefully we could continue our chat tomorrow night. Thank you guys for dropping by. Again, don't forget to subscribe and you know, support the channel. And hit the bell icon for future videos and content. Thanks guys. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Bye.